today. From Los Angeles, California, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Justin
Northern California visits Southern California. The Niners and Chargers, off we go from L.A. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. You look at this Niner defense, and they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Well, this defense for the Niners, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Herbert. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Here's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock. I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now a 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. Throw out wide is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Complete. It's Johnson. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they could do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Nick Bosa with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Play action. Here's Hurts. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Isaac Guerrero, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Herbert's throw here into the hands of Boyd. This now a 3rd and 4. Herbert now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Again, Herbert. A throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. There he goes, right side. Now he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Herbert off of play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Herbert changing things up.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll try the middle with Garindo. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 2. Up the middle with Brooks here.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
2nd and 5. They run out of the gun with Brooks here.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Now they'll change things up.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Tip Ryman
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Niners are able to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 8.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for the first time this end. Now 49er pressure, and they get it. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Able to get the pressure, get a paw on it, knock it down, and then go and grab it and take it into the end zone. What a play.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday I'll press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. He completes it to Boyd. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now on for his second punt. And remember, his first one was blocked. And it's taken in at the 9. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Waddle, the motion man, right. 2nd down. Here's Hurts. Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hurts. That one completes him again.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Shut him down! Shut him down! Let's do this!
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Niners are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
First down, here's Mitchell. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. That's complete, left side to Worthy.
Touchdown!
Xavier Worthy
from 17 yards out.
And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. On first down, Hurts. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers.
Jalen Waddle.
67 yards.
And the Niners have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30.
Here's a Los Angeles offense.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Another catch there for Waddle.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They're going to look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Sam Laporta.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere. They go play action with Hurts. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
It's complete to Williams. Touchdown, 49ers.
Jamison Williams,
31 yards.
and the Niners have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that. Big lead.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 2.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
85 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a 1st down.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Tip Ryman
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. Possession switching back now to the Chargers.
Charger, 19 Charger.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the 49ers,
they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for L.A.,
they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11.
And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.